Hello, cherished viewers. You are all welcome to the program, Mining for the Truth. JoSA Fata is my name, and I'm here with my wife,
Mr. Sarah Atta.
Mining for the Truth refers to the process of digging to discover the undiluted doctrines of Christ. We attend Church of Christ. It has two reasons as follows. One, to teach the word. John 1 verse 1. In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God. You can prove, going to Genesis 1 verse 1. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. The plural Hebrew word for God there is Elohim. God the Father, God the Son, the Word Jesus Christ, God the Holy Spirit. 2, to teach the truth. John 8:22, and you know the truth, and the truth will make you free. What is the truth? John 17:17. Sanctify them by your truth, your word is truth. What is the truth manifestation? John 14 verse 6. Jesus said to him, I am the way, the truth, and the life. No one comes to the Father except by me or except through me. The phrase except by me means that there is no any other way unless in the name of the Lord Jesus Christ. Act 4 verse 12. We welcome you, Matt Campus of Christ. It's a kind of step right. Doris Odonko, you are welcome to the program. I love you so much and I've missed you, and I know you will reciprocate. I wish you success in your education. May God open your mind to study and get first class. For me, today is teaching, and it will be in different chapters. In fact, I wrote the book, or let's say pamphlet, in 2017, so 9 years now. So it is not today that I've been typing to teach. Most of my teachings were done between 2017 and 2019. Few ones are new, but most are from the previous years. It will be in 5 chapters. Today is an introduction. So the topic is the plain truth about money. The plain truth about money. In fact, plain is an adjective, which means clear. So the clear truth about money. Today is an introduction. So chapter 1, or we can choose not to give it any chapter. It has 5 chapters. And the chapters, some will be broken down into episodes. In fact, it will be broad. Some chapters are short, others are so wider that I'll have to expand. So it could be chapter 2, episode 1, episode 2, episode 3, episode 5, up to maybe episode 6. Who knows? So today we are only trying to introduce you, and the proofreader happens to be my wife. She proofreads everything that I teach, even though I wrote it 9 years ago where we have not met at all, but she has been able to read through and then approved. So don't think that she's here for nothing. She reads and approves before I teach. On that note, we start with the introduction. All kinds of gimmicks. When we say gimmick or gimmicks, we mean mechanical device for secretly and dishonestly controlling gambling. So you can talk of my bet and others. All kinds of gimmicks or gimmicks and human craft schemes have been invented by man to raise money for the various church since, or the various churches, since the church must have money to operate. We make reference to dishonest games. Some are raising money genuinely. Others are using other evil means. In fact, we have church members who stake bets to build church buildings for the church, to buy cars, to sponsor projects, to buy land for them, to sponsor people in education, to give huge sums of money as giving or donation. And sometimes underground, they are making their money through gimmicks or gimmicks. We mean mechanical device for secretly and dishonestly controlling gambling. In fact, don't tell me that gamblers don't attend church. Some are church elders, some could be pastors. Church members, those in high rank, we mean elders and deacons, they are all taking bets. In fact, deaconesses are also, in fact, women and men are all taking bets. We have a wife and husband who they all take bets to survive. And recently, some came out from Cape Coast that betting is good because they have been liberated from their poverty. Initially, they were not working, but because of better, now they survive. Of course, it is a sin. You die and go to hell anyway. The fact that the church needs money to operate doesn't mean that you must use evil means to support the church. Christ is not interested in dishonesty. So you should be careful. When you are in church and someone is giving, someone is donating huge sums of money. At times, for our church, we use a sack. Some monies are able to weigh or to drop. In fact, you feel the way that a money has been dropped into the offering sack. If you are there and someone has pulled money from his purse pocket to put it in the offering bowl, don't envy. Do not envy it. We are not saying that all the huge sums of money for giving in the church, for church donations, are from evil, but some are from evil means. Some assess the members. The word assess means examine. Some churches assess their members. So you can imagine. And that is where they do Kofi and Amma. If you come to Ghana, Mondays will give, Tuesday. So the giving is give based on the day that you were born. Sometimes they say fundraising, and sometimes it's by force. If I'm not lucky, they'll use their mind. Today, the Holy Spirit has revealed to me that anybody who have gone for any money must put in the offering bowl. If I'm not lucky, maybe that was the day that you went for your monthly salary. So if you're not wise, you're going to put everything in the offering bowl. You go home and eat stones with your wife. So saying that some assess the members, and it is true. Precisely the denominations, they use wicked schemes to assess. When they say assess you, sometimes you're not even aware of the way that they're going to drain you. And the individual has no free will choice. No. Giving is by force. I want someone to give me 10,000 cedis. The people will stand. This is a means of assessing you. How wealthy you are. I want someone to give me 5,000 cedis. I want someone to give me $100. They are using this as if they are selling. We call it bidding. As if they are bidding for products. So there's no free will offering. It is by compulsion and then by force. It is either pay up or get out. Sometimes when you are that miser, you are even say miser. If you are reluctant to, at times they even take reports and then notice 5,000. You didn't stand up to somewhere 1,000 cedis. They note your name down or they picture you. The next day, then sometimes they call you to order. Why have you refused to give to help build the lost church or to help the lost work? Is it by force? Has God commanded you to build for him in any house? God is not interested in where you are worshiping him. We are not saying that go and worship him in the slummy area, but he is not interested in the building. The word church is not building, it's we human beings. So a church isn't about sitting in your suffering chair or the sofa as we are sitting. No. A church means two or more. We human beings are the church. And not that the building. So God has not prophesied in Isaiah that today build to me a church in Ghana. We call this extortion. This is called extortion. So either you pay up or you get out. People should not have to be coerced into giving. No. People shouldn't be forced to give. You find this anywhere in the Bible. Churches of Christ. We are churches of Christ. Employ no man-made devices to raise money. In our church, we don't employ no man-made devices, no crafty schemes. But each member has the opportunity to give voluntarily upon the first day of the week as he has prospered. Just as the Bible teaches. The Lord's plan is always right. We follow the Bible in matters of raising money to support the Lord's work as well as other matters of the church. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 1 and 2. 1 Corinthians 16, verse 1 and 2.
Now concerning the correction for the saints, as I have given orders to the churches of Galatians, so you must also do. 2. On the first day of the week, let each one of you lay something aside, storing up as he may prosper, that there be no correction when I come.
We are following the approved apostolic examples. We are doing what they did. So from Sunday to Sunday, you gather day by day, so that on Sunday, when you are going, you give. No one is forcing you. We don't give based on impression. The way today the sermon has gone deep to my spirit, so I'm adding to it. It is a sin. You purpose it. Giving is by purpose. We purpose our giving. So supposing that you're a government worker, you take 10% of your salary. You can divide it into 4 depending on the number of weeks, or 5 in the month. Then you give. So let's say that your 10% is 200 cedis, and the month is 4 weeks. By 4, so 50 Ghana cedis a week. Then you give. Maybe during the week too, someone may dash you some money. Maybe when you were going to work, there was a free car for you. You can choose to add. You purpose it, my friend. We are following the approved apostolic examples. What they did. That is what we are also doing. The text mentioned Galatia, right? Yes. Church of Christ in Galatia. It's what we are also imitating. And this was from Paul. So also we are also doing. You can go to 2 Corinthians 9, verse 6 and 7.
6. But this I say, he who sows sparingly will also reap sparingly, and he who sows bountifully will also reap bountifully. 7. So let each one give as he purposes in his heart, not grudging or of necessity, for God loves
a cheerful giver. Simple. There's no grudge. No one is extorting from you. You purpose it, then you give. Don't give as if you are in a stress. You are being pushed to. No. You give from the heart what you think that is good. What you know is ideal to be given to God. So there's no specific amount that you should pay. There's no coercion. Free will giving. To help the drought-stricken people, the disciples gave wholeheartedly. Acts 11 verse 29.
Then the disciples, each according to his ability, determined to send relief to the brethren dwelling in Judea.
So here, they came from different provinces. They couldn't go back. Or they needed to give to support. And they gave wholeheartedly. The word is wholeheartedly. Free will giving. No compulsion, no forcing, nothing. 2. Money brings the joy of riches, and with it the greed to make more money. From money that we get wealth, and not from what that we get money. From money, then the person can accumulate treasure. So you see that money brings the joy of riches, and with it the greed to make more money. There's a saying that making money is the same as swimming in sea. The more you drink, the more tastier you become. There's no end to making money. No one has ever paused, hey, today on what I won't make money again. No. The more you get, the more you acquire. And there's greed, avid interest to make more money. Small children, even in small children, are often fascinated with money because it is shiny and small enough to go in their mouth. At times you see some baby, it could be infant, 1 year, 6 months, it could be 3 months. When they say it, children are attracted to color or light. So if you are walking in town with your child, then you have a problem. Anything which is colorful, then he or she point to it. And if you don't question him or her, then you buy everything from the market. So the moment the child feels it to be shiny, she or he is fascinated. So we say that even small children are often, the word is always, fascinated with money because it is shiny. That is number one. And number two, it can easily go through their mouth. If you're not lucky, they will swallow it. If you're unlucky, for it to come out as a fecal matter, then an operation will have to be. Because the money is more or less a stainless steel. And when it gets into the system, a corrosion starts. And when it's, because of the liquid in our system, an acid, it will start to corrode. And when it corrodes, it is going to penetrate. It is going to perforate. The word is perforate the intestines, and there will be leakage. As they grow up, these same small children, as they grow up, they reach the point when they understand money, have the power to buy things. As they are growing, that is a new reason for them to patronize money. Sometimes they want to buy their own. They are saying that you are using a phone. When they pick it, then you shout on them or you cane them. Hey, don't take my phone. As they are going from 10 years onwards, for Africa, that's what I will classify. They also have the desire to make money to buy a phone. So they also want to use money to buy things so that they can also live in comfort. Later in their teenage years, their thinking can be dominated by a desire to possess money in order to impress others or to buy things that mom and dad will not buy for them. It's simple. Mommy, I need a laptop. Me, I have my laptop. I'm here to buy one for my wife. So supposing that you have a child, me, I have my laptop. My wife is also having a laptop. The child or the children also want to have their separate laptop. In fact, even if you buy them one, when they are twins, then they will fight over it. I want to use it, then there's a fight. So the best is that you buy to give each for peace to be secured. But when they see that you are denying them, and it's not that you are denying it, it is a discipline, it's a way of training. Maybe though you should have been given the chance, but they know why they have not given you. There's a man called in India, Sunny Deol. The father is called Shaka. Shaka, the right name is Damindra Deol, but normally you know him to be Shaka. Sunny Deol. In fact, Sunny isn't his birth name, but that's his stage name, or acting name. So Sunny Deol has a first son. I've forgotten his name. That even when he was at college, he wasn't using a phone. The father is very strict. I was surprised when the boy got married, and then I was reading his story. I love the movies of this Sunny Deol. He's a popular actor. He even stood for MP and he won. And he was on for so many years before he finally retired. They are very rich. In fact, the father is a pioneer of Hindi movies. You don't know Shaka. Shaka is known everywhere. But the best name is Damindra. See how his first son trained his son. And the child is now married. And this was his personal interview where I read from his post. So it's not that money is not there. It's not that they are preventing you. There's time for everything. Maybe you have to focus on your studies. Maybe the phone will distract. I remember Kaka and Penny, my twin sisters, that people think that they are my daughters. When they finish their SHS or their high school, we bought them phones and an earbuds plus smartwatches. By then, I wasn't even using any smartwatch. But we bought them 2 Samsung phones, fresh in box. We bought them new, also fresh in box, earbuds plus smartwatches. But from junior high to, throughout their SHS, when they were in SHS, we gave them young phone. Only one young phone where we were just communicating. In case of money, then we send and other stuff. That's all. When they completed the high school, we bought them fresh in box. Samsung, I think it was a A12 or so, high standards. And those are the phones that they are now using. When they began their tertiary, we bought them laptop. We are here to buy one trade. Now they have a laptop. And my junior brother, his phone has given them 2 or 3 pen drives. They start for everything. If you are listening to me, don't force your parents to give you something because you think that they can easily buy. But because they are children and they don't know life, sometimes they think that you are denying them. So we are saying that later in their teenage years, their thinking can be dominated by the desire to possess money in order to impress others. Sometimes they also want to have money to showcase their superiority over others. Oh, my mom is this, my father is rich, so he bought me this. Some will even want to have some pocket money so that they can even use it to impress. It could be this girlfriend. When we say girlfriends, because they are younger, they say that there's a saying that teenage attraction isn't love, but lust. Sometimes they want to impress their peers. Let me put it that way. Impress others or to buy things that mom and dad will not buy for them. Even a lot of adults are very fond of money. Or every human being is fond of money. Some can't even live money as money. You know, I've been telling people that my parents trained me with food, not money. So if I don't have any money, I have no problem. So far as I'm not traveling or I'm not going to pay any bills, I'm content when I have food to eat. Because when I was growing up, you won't see money. Sometimes we caught crabs, we sold, but the money was given to mom. Then she used to buy items, footwear, dresses, and others for us. They will not give the money to you. It's a way of training the child to be a thief sometimes. And I will not accept my wife to send my child to store. No. I wouldn't. Don't think that we are spoiling the child. At times, the child will complete SHS and the parent will send the child to go and work at a store where you are exposed to these boys and you are just selling your child to danger. How many or how much money will she be able to gather from this? I think they have a 3 months to start the tertiary. So 3 months salary is how much? Now, didn't you prepare enough before she competed or he competed? You are fully aware that your daughter will go to university at SHS. So the moment she starts or he starts, you start to gather money for the remaining 3 years so that her, first admission will not be wahala for you to go and then borrow money and others. You plan the future for the child, actually. Do you have any question to ask? I can see that you are smiling. No, not that I wouldn't let your children support you, but I don't want to expose them to money making. Yes, we will bring them to the earth, so we should be able to provide for them. When they grow old, you will not force them to go and work. My parents didn't force me to go and work. When I came here, I came to stay with my father's younger brother. He was paying for the water bill, light bill, buying food for us to eat. Now I provide everything myself. No one is forcing me to go and work. I have now reached the stage to work and to cater for you and then come in children. Simple. Of course, I even have to give money to others who are also in need of my help. Any question? Okay, we move on. For women, when no, the reason why they want to give birth is that the children will help them with the chores, business, and others. But fine, chores is enough. But even the chores will not become an obstacle to her studies. I will never allow that. When you grow, you can always learn how to cook. Anyway, we move on. We are into money and not this family issues. Money in and of itself possesses no moral qualities. Yes. So you think that when you are wealthy, before you can respect you. And it is true in Africa. When you have money in the clan, Even when you spit foolishness, hey, considered as wife. When they sit down and the rich person isn't in, they will all wait. They will wait until you travel. If today is the gathering and you have not arrived, they will wait for you to come, because you are going to pay for maybe the cows they're going to kill for the funeral, the painting, the building, everything. Because you have money, you have power. This is in Ghana. I can't tell about the other countries, but this is what is happening in Ghana here. That when you have money, then morally, you have qualities. When you speak, it comes with power. For those of us who are poor, our words, whether being wise or not, no, we won't even say wise or not. Being wise are considered foolish matters. But here, the Bible is saying that money, in and of itself, possesses no moral qualities. Money is neither righteous nor unrighteous. So don't think that making money, that when someone has money, then it is a sin. Please check the camera. That's all. Thank you so much. Money is neither righteous nor unrighteous. So when you have money, it doesn't mean that you are righteous or unrighteous. When someone has money, don't misjudge that the person go through dishonest means. No. Some have made money in righteous or honest means. And then others too, likewise. Money is an inanimate object. Now, can you eat money? No, you can't. We spend money. We don't eat money. You can't chew money. When you are hungry, you can't chew money. We can't live with money. We can't send money. We can't use money to save life. People have money. They died. So money doesn't save life. In fact, all these are in the preceding teachings. See, some people, they think that when you have money, you can buy oxygen. If you die, you die. What do you mean by that? Then think that people who are rich, they will never die. And this will be covered in the first chapter.
Money can't save life.
It is impossible. Can you buy life? You can't buy life. Life is given by God. He gives, He takes.
But sometimes if you go to a hospital and don't have money, you will die.
But we are making a conclusion that can money save a life? Can money save life? If yes, why are the rich people dying? They paid money, right? For oxygen and then the hospital expenses for them to be operated on, and still they died. No salvation in money. If you die, you die. Are you understand? No, are you okay with that?
Some people die because of money.
Because of lack of money. Because they couldn't pay for the medicine or the bills, so they died. But their death was not as a result of money. Money cannot save. Some too had the money. They paid, they even paid the doctor. They said that money is not used to buy life. That's what I'm trying to say. There's no way you can use money to buy life. No. If you die, you die. And even no doctor saves no one. In fact, I always debate about this. And I've been waiting for one doctor to come and then challenge me. They themselves will die. In fact, they will die and they must die. So you can't come here and tell me that if you're a nurse or doctor, you save life. You are even an antichrist. You're trying to take God's glory. And it is a sin. When you die, you ask it.
But their service is to save
They
life.
are repairers. Doctors are the same as engineers. As you see me, I am a repairer. I don't manufacture. Of course, I can manufacture some few, maybe artifacts, you understand? But I have not manufactured a car. When someone manufactures a car and you're trying to maintain, you call you a repairer. The body was designed by the designer, God. Doctors, they do maintenance. And when you do maintenance, when you repair, you are not a designer or the manufacturer. There's no engineer in Ghana, actually. Me, I go to conferences to debate a lot. There's no single engineer in Ghana. They are all repellers. No one in Ghana has invented nothing.
Somebody invented the fufu machine.
No. We are making a reference to bigger inventions. That's why I said that if myself I can manufacture some. I said few.
So somebody is an engineer.
When you say engineer, when you invent fufu pan machine, this goes nowhere. So we don't call. When we say invention, it means that you patent it, approved by the whole world. I think it is only in Ghana that we are using the fufu pan machine. The whites don't even eat fufu. So what have we done? The whites don't even eat fufu. I have never seen that someone is in US who has patronized a Ghanaian-made fufu pan machine to pan fufu. I don't want to spoil someone's work, but how can you pan fufu using fuel? I mean, petrol or diesel. Even that one, I have a question. The smell will make the sense, you understand? And what did you use for the fabrication? Do you clean the inner? Did you spray? If you sprayed, how can you mill fufu from the spray steel or plate? Some are using my steel. That one is even an error. Some are using the stainless steel. The way they welded, we have what we call slag. When you produce slag, with time they mix with the fufu. In fact, it is not healthy. Please, I'm not condemning. It is just by me. I love challenge. So me, I have an answer. I don't eat fufu, but if I eat fufu, I won't eat from the one being made from the machine. It's wrong.
So what about those that they blend?
Who blend? But the blender itself is. I mean, we prefer the earthenware bowl to the blender because that one too, when you sharpen, with time it becomes blunt. Where does the sharpness go? So small minute particles break off to mix. We eat and they are in our intestines. If we're lucky, it comes out as a fecal matter. If we're unlucky, it can pass through your intestines and you are in danger. So it is not entirely condemned, but it is not recommended that you blend. Some even hate blended soups and others at all. There are some husbands who will never accept you to put anything even in the fridge or microwave it. Everything should be fresh. So today you cook, you are done. Then tomorrow, so the woman will cook morning, afternoon, evening, until they die. Can you move on? Yeah. Though it's good. It is somehow good as a way of reducing our manual effort in pounding this food that you bought about. But I don't see this to be internationally invention. We are making reference to someone who has invented, for example, a car, Benz car. Benz car is being bought and used everywhere. You understand? Bob. I was told that the name of the inventor is called Bob. So the person who came very good. The person who LG, you have HP. I use Dell. Dell is the name of it. The owner is called Dell. Last time I was reading about it, his name is Dell.
And Samsung.
Very good. So this is petrol and that they are all names of the inventors. Now this person who has invented fufu pan machine in Ghana, the name of the machine is what? And do you have a manual to prove? Can you go to websites where he belongs to, let's say, Ghana Institute of Mechanical Engineers or Welders, where you can read, and all these are not there. So the person has not patented. The word is patent. You own the right, so that no one can reproduce, or the person becomes a counterfeit, and then you try to arrest. iPhone, you cannot produce iPhone unless they sell to you the manual. To some companies, when they manufacture, they bend the manual. They will bend it outright so that you cannot copy. When the manual is there, the people can imitate to bring about the fake ones. You understand? But not everything is done for Africa. Sometimes when they are done, they bend everything because the person don't want someone to copy his ideas and then reproduce. You understand what I'm saying? Can you move on? So we are saying that doctors don't manufacture. They repair. They repair the human body, that's all. And even that one, there's a limitation. You cannot reproduce a bone. It is impossible for you to produce a blood. Why is it that they are fine, very good? You see, that's how many of them are after them. They save lives. Why are they always recommending people to come and donate blood? I thought they were going to invent their own blood. That you are engineer of the body. So you invent your own blood and listen. You can't invent a bone. Sometimes if you're unlucky and then there's a fracture or there's a broken bone, either they cut it off or they try to drill holes in it to straighten it. And for all you know, when you have a broken part, no matter how they repair it, it will never be the same as the original. These are things that you must know. Not all the car parts can be refabricated. Sometimes you have to go and buy the whole. You want it to break. You want it to break. So the best is that you go and buy the complete parts. Then it is fixed. Then you have, if you go to the fitting, so that's what they have been doing. It is broken. You want it. It is broken. So at the end, the issue is that go and buy the complete. They fix it and you are free. Once your part is broken, you are in trouble. You cannot manufacture the nail in this life. The creator is never above the creator. It's impossible. There's no way that you can manufacture flesh, human flesh. No. That they produce robots. No, don't use metal. Use bones. Use. If the human beings are trying to, they have been developing some schemes to make themselves as God. You are a liar. You are a liar. When your eye maybe is plugged out, unless maybe they cut another person's eye or they plug it for you, they cannot manufacture an eye in this life. It is impossible. Initially, they were using the eye of animals to replace human eye. Nowadays, when people are dying, then they donate their organs to be reused for others. You know what I'm saying? So they are all repairers. Just as engineers, you also do repairing. So me, when I see someone on the news, engineer, then I'm annoyed. You what have you done? As someone has manufactured this machine from Europe and you are going to fix in your factory, you are engineer what? What have you done that you are calling yourself an engineer? Did you manufacture the engine? You didn't. You have no idea. You are only going to fix. So therefore, call yourself that are you a repairer. I don't say that you're an engineer. Engineer in what? Engineer is someone who has brought something new to the system. That's the sense of engineer. And you have some madness in Ghana that the moment you complete your second degree, they call you ING, engineer. So I think it is an association for you have to join. The ENGR is when you become a doctor. You know what I'm saying? That's wrong. What have you produced? No, I won't say produce. What have you invented? When you have invented, I engineered, God head, engineered the world, the Father, the Son, Holy Spirit. They engineered the world. They crafted it. They designed the world. So engineer is a designer. You haven't designed anything. Why you call yourself an engineer? It's wrong. So me, I don't call myself an engineer. No. Have you ever seen me call myself engineer on my videos in terms of how I'm training people? No, I won't say. I mention my name. Then I go because if you get people to host you, people who are very knowledgeable, you'll be in trouble. So no one saves no one. No nurse, no doctor can save no one. When you have money, then you can buy. If you die, you will die. You buy the oxygen. If you die, people have been dying from the oxygen. They were working during the COVID era. Those renowned doctors couldn't even save themselves. Do you still have a question on that? I've been able to convince you. Me, I do debate too. At times I'll go. There's some places that I go, I won't even tell. Sometimes I'll be invited to a hotel to debate. You come, you run away. Because you see, we Daniel, we are so dishonest. When you go to school, we read textbooks. We come out and then you are engineer, an engineer, this and engineer this. The person knows nothing. Even the person who lectured you knows nothing. Now, the person who was doing the impact knows nothing. So what will you know? You see, but we are engineer this, we go to offices, engineer this. The person knows nothing. He has been using some roadside boys to work for him and he has been taking the glory. Sometimes if you are going for your PhD or masters, you invent a very nice and then the lecturer wants to seize it to be used for his or her thesis. If you refuse, then he also tries to stretch you, that I will not let you graduate. As old as you are, you don't even finish. You have not been able to produce nothing. A small boy has come out with something, you want to by force take it and be used as yours. You move on. So here we are saying that money is non-living thing. So you can't stay with money. You can't send money. You can't even use it to save life. If I'm here and then I'm to go and buy, I have to work to go and buy. I can't send the money to go and buy for me. No. Money is a means or tool to help us obtain something else. Simple. So I want to buy water. I'll use it to buy the water. I want to buy a car. I'll use it to buy the car. It is one's attitude toward money or riches that makes a difference. Whether you are making it in honest or dishonest way, it is your attitude. I'm saying that some are genuinely rich. No dilution. Genuinely, they are rich and they are Christians. And the first person to be the most richest in the whole world from then till now and the kingdom come is King Solomon. Because his riches came from God. So I'm surprised when people, these antichrists, come online to condemn that Christians are poor. You don't understand the meaning of wealth. People don't even understand the meaning of wealth. People don't even understand the meaning of rich. They are rich. And all that I said, the plain truth. So at the end, they will know everything that, hey, so when we say someone is wealthy, this is how it means. How do you see it? How does the Bible also classify it? Education without the Bible is useless by a man called Noah Webster. So if you are learning, you learn well. Don't focus only on the word. Now, the last introduction. Signs of the love of money come in many forms. People who are living in the love of money, both Christians and non-Christians, would use all manner of dishonest means with the hope of making great gains. Fact. Christians are joining the Freemasons. The Antichrists are also joining. The word is that by all means success. So we see Christians who are even evil in their money making than those that we see as Antichrist. Compare the store of Church of Christ to, let's say, a different church. I mean, the price of the item that they sell. You see that the person who is not even, which we don't see as a Christian, has reduced his or her item compared with a member of the, or in the Lord's church. Average interest for money. They won't accumulate more. Satan, using money as a bait, can lure them. The lure here means Christians and non-Christians to fall into. I can feel the camera. Some talk and then they are drinking. Maybe I'm drinking. I feel the camera because it's good to lubricate. We call it lubricating. You try to lubricate your throat. When you talk and there's some kind of tasty, you drink, and I drink by facing the camera. It is not a crime in presentation to drink when facing the camera. Yeah, you see, people hold themselves. Can lure them to fall into the temptation of course. And when you are drinking, you have to also take your time so that you are not choked. No one is forcing no one. This is why we don't go to any studio, so there's no time bound. So just feel free. I want you to be very comfortable as a center. Yes, of course. Can lure them to fall into the temptation of corruption, betting, covetousness, cheating, embezzlement, stealing, betraying, taking another's life, all in a bid to make money or to make more money. We are all killing. No, I won't say we are. Me, I'm not part. They are all killing. Both Christians and non-Christians. They are all killing. Do not envy. Now, if you go to Proverbs 23 verse 17a, give me the Bible and then I'll read it. I love it so much. Proverbs. Very good. 23 verse 17a. I am only reading the A. Do not let your heart envy sinners. The heart of Christians are now envying sinners. They want to drive in cars. I remember that I was going to preach at FM Kwanta. When I called the education leader, the first silly question that he asked, I was so annoyed that I hope you're coming with a car. I said, you this small boy, I mean, a man as a nurse. The boys are learning in Jen to become sensible to help develop the nation. And you are going to, inject people's buttocks. He doesn't even feel shy. That now will allow my brother to go and study nursing. For what? Go and study engineering to become more reasonable in life.
You just said
he pissed me off. In fact,
you just said Ghana, there's no engineering in Ghana.
No.
Saying that you should go and
of course, yes. I think to go and do engineering. He pissed me off. In fact, when I went, it was my first time. I stayed at him for a day. He asked me, I said, oh no, I was surprised. And of course, he was also tall. I thought that the people who are tall are wise. All this while, that I hope you're coming with a car. I said, no, I will walk to your center. He said, okay. I was surprised. So, you see, if you're not sensible, you will be influenced. All because some people have been coming there with car. I don't fancy car, as you see me. I don't even know how to drive. At my age, I don't know how to drive, and it is not my priority to learn how to drive. If I want to learn how to drive, I can use 3 months or just 3 months to learn driving. Driving isn't a priority in my life. My focus isn't to drive a car right now. As you see me, he pissed me off a lot. In fact, but I didn't mind. I was surprised. I hope
the stance was not that.
No. I hope you are coming with a car. You are driving. Are you driving? I hope you are driving your own car. Then I said no. He said, okay. Then I'll meet you at. Anyway, you move on.
So you wanted to know. So maybe if the person is coming with a car or the person is walking, he's meeting you. Or
car or not, the same junction. Car or no car, you still pass the same junction. He was rude anyway. So I didn't mind him with the Ghanaian attitude, and I moved on. My priority isn't car. And that time too, I was then looking for work. So I was hunting for work. Life wasn't easy for me. I became so annoyed. Yes, I was annoyed. That this boy, is he trying to make fun of me in terms of my situation? Of course. He didn't know that I was struggling for work. I was then in my trying times. Life wasn't easy for me. Then times it wasn't easy for me at all. So I picked the car from Ezi main road to FM Kwanta. Then I walk, but it is about 5 minutes walk from when I liked it. Anyway, it's a part of life. Can we make progress? Mm-hmm. So we think that Satan using money as a bait. You all know bait. What you use to catch a fish. What you put under the mouth of a hook. So it will involve corruption, betting, covetousness, cheating, embezzlement. People are stealing people's money. Christians who are in positions are stealing money from their workplaces. Some have refused to pay their workers. Some have been used their co-workers' money to build houses, and foolishly, some people will call them, oh, I respect this man so much. He used only 1 year to build a house after marriage. He used only 2 years to build his house after marriage. He used only 3 years without examining the root and the source of his income. Go and check where the person is working. He has become a boss, and then he's stepping on their colleagues, or I said on their colleagues, on his colleagues. All the incentives are pocketed. Of course, you don't know. He could be the branch manager. So who are you to go and interfere? All what you are due for. So why wouldn't he build within 1 or 2 years up? Who are you competing with? Who are we competing with in this life? And later they are exposed big time that this is the reality of the source of their income, and they are ashamed. We move on. So taking another a person's life. Some even kill because I've seen that. No, when you go, I'll be the next of kin. So they eliminate you, and then because they have seen that when they rise to that rank, they're going to be given this amount. So because of money, they kill to reach. Some have been sleeping with people. Some have been doing favors through this honesty so that they will be promoted. Where I work, promotions and letters come from Accra. Accra, yes, me, my work, that's how it is. Government work. Even when you are appointed into a position, it is the head of the institution who has to write to the administrator to Accra before it can effect it. So there's no corruption. Now, if you kill somebody, the best position will not be given to you. So your issue is what? So you wait and join the queue until your time is due. Me, if you envy me, you die and go to hell because
somebody can still kill.
No, we are making reference to someone. For example, you are taking 5,000, the person is taking 2,000, and he's a next of kin when you are on pension or when you go. And because there's a 3,000 difference, and you are still there, the person can easily kill you. And the moment you die, he's the person to.
So your institution, it can happen.
No. I'm saying that our place, when if you kill me.
And the person is next of kin, you are gone, and then the person is there.
Yeah, but we are paid based on qualification. We have been paid as a professional person. So maybe my rank is higher than your rank. So you'll still be there, but you're going to join the queue for a while. If I'm not like it, because of sometimes corruption, even though you reach that the money will never be, we call that the responsibility allowance. It will not even come. You know what I'm saying? And it is by luck. Sometimes when you have some position, because of the way you work, you attract more donors. Okay. You see, we have individual traits. Maybe my skills that I have are different from yours. So when you go there, then you mess up. In fact, you don't even know how to do that. So this is how it is. Because the person didn't learn about the work. He only wanted it. You go there and you mess up. You are exposed as a complete misfit and an incompetence. You'll be exposed that this man is completely incompetent. You go there and you destroy everything. Being late, you go and destroy everything. So you'll be exposed. It's work. When you rise in rank, it is rather more work. There's nothing than more work. Can you move on? Okay. But still, someone will want to kill you for fun. Of course, the person just want to eliminate you. The person is just envying your popularity. So therefore, the person can choose to eliminate you. But even when you kill me, my salary will not be added to yours to be double. All in a bid to make money or make more money. People who are guilty of the love of money have an inward discontent. Anybody who have or who are guilty of the love of money, it means that they have some kind of discontent. Everything they get isn't okay with them. They want to acquire. But as I said, the more you drink, the tastier you become. It appears to them that they have not made enough money, and there is a raging, violent rush, appetite to accumulate more money for themselves. They want to acquire more and more, and they even want to join some friends. You see, even for every region, there are big, they call themselves big boys. So they want their name to be appear on their platforms where they discuss businesses, where they mention some amount of money, even in the bank where they save. They want to be called as a special group of people who are this. Oh, we stand because of you, this and that. That's what they want. They drive in big cars so that by society they accord them with much respect. So it's more, you say, raging appetite, violent wrath. So it's by all means success. Therefore, Christians who love money do not see the wisdom in taking a break from the job for evening services. Hey, they do overtime. Even though it's not compulsory, they will still join. Oh, why didn't you come to church? Oh, there's overtime, it's compulsory. Meanwhile, no overtime is compulsory. If you want, you join. If you don't want it, you go away. The Christian will, because he also want to be known, will join and will start to give excuses. Bible studies, prayer, and spending time. Some will omit church services plus their families. They don't have time for their families. 6th March was holiday. I was home with my wife. Only that I was distracted with Bible studies. In fact, about 6 hours I was with my laptop trying to write something to be taught in the future. But not that I went out to work to make money. I was home. I'm tired. So we were all resting. We had fun. We rested, we ate, we watched a movie and everything. People who have avid interest, raging desire or appetite will not stay home. They will find something to do by force. They will skip church services plus spending quality time with their wife or family in the home. They allocate all their time to work at the expense of their salvation and the welfare of their families. They come home so late. The wife is asleep. The children too are asleep. And they will also wake up dawn to go to work. At times, they come to worry the wife. The wife has waited. The husband didn't come. It's a Ghanaian marriage, though I'm not part. When the husband is in, the wife must wake up to serve him night on the table. I hate that much. But I don't have time to be served. Why should I be served? That there's a water here, napkin here, spoon. No. I don't. In fact, I'm not interested in that. Me, if I come and my wife is asleep, I go to the kitchen to microwave my food and I'll eat. I don't even want to chat her for sleeping. But some of them, the moment they in, you must wake up to serve them. Some people have left their decent jobs to become porn stars. They call them adult actors, adult movie actors, drug traffickers, gay, and lesbians. There's wealth in pornography or porn movies, in human trafficking, drug trafficking, of course, cocaine and sale of human parts, in gay and lesbianism. Because these sinful practices promise great riches, and it is true. They are pretty rich. Most billionaires and then millionaires are from these centers. You see, they are gamblers. They are the agent of the gambling societies and others. So they make more money. For them, everything goes. No restrictions. They kill to make money and everything is normal. Lovers of money are willing and ready to take up any ungodly offer. True or false? Because they love money. They want to make more money. They are always ready to sacrifice and take any ungodly offer. Opportunity for job, if only it promises huge sums of money. In the same way, Christians who love money compromise on their Christian virtues to sign up for ungodly offers and opportunities that promise prosperity. This is the end of the introduction to the topic, the plain truth about money. Do you have any question? We will see you next week, God willing, with the first chapter. And of course, we won't tell you. So until then, my number is 0248 026557. See you next time. Bye bye. I love you so much.